everyone. Welcome back to the Rumble Pak Podcast, episode 53.
5-3.
This one's not special.
No.
No.
No. I'm Devin.
I'm Blake.
And I'm Brock.
And this is Polyworld. Anyway, we're...
Standing in for Poe.
Blake's in pain. He's like, stop.
My cringe meters off the charts.
So today we're going to do a little bit of news, and then a lot of bit, I guess, of something a little more special.
Special. Everything is special now.
Everything's special.
Everything is awesome.
Different.
Everything is cool when you're part of the Rumble Pak Podcast.
That's true. We got all the coolest rumbles.
Yeah. So the Olympics have been going on, as many of you probably know. If you don't, get out from under the rock you've been living under and go watch humans do weird things with their bodies.
In 4 years.
In 4 years, because it's over now. But anyway, actually 2 years if we're going to do the next round of Olympics.
That one doesn't count.
Nah, yeah.
Anyway.
Only Summer Olympics.
So we divided the Olympic sports into 3 sections, like all the different events.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
And we did something with
We got news first.
News!
Okay, into the news after a long-winded intro. Let's go.
It's been a month since we published anything.
We're rusty.
All sorts of stuff has happened. We're going to pick the highlights to us, which I think has to start off with the new Nintendo Switch, which we, I think, talked about rumor-wise last time.
Yeah, I can't remember if we got to the point where we actually talked about it or not.
We definitely talked about rumors that a new bulked-up
Pro
Switch would come.
8K.
And we got exactly not that, which is exactly what we should have expected.
Yep.
Instead, we got the Nintendo Switch OLED, which is a new Switch. No, wait, a same Switch with a new screen.
Yes. Less bezel.
With less bezel.
New kickstand.
With more plastic, yeah.
Yeah.
And a new white
Dock.
dock.
Yeah. Dock looks good.
It's just a white dock.
It's got Ethernet for it.
It's literally just a different color.
Dude, you're gonna pwn so many noobs.
I know. I'm gonna have no lag. I'm gonna have 0 ping.
So yeah, I think we just went through literally the entirety of the new parts of the Nintendo Switch OLED.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And overall, I think the table is underwhelmed.
None of us are undocked players, so it's not like this really matters to us.
Yeah, it runs the exact same docked, so it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I kept telling myself, like, when a new Switch comes out, like a Pro model, I will buy it. But, like, this
ain't it.
Isn't it? So
and
it's like,
they're not going to make another model.
Well, we don't know that.
The show runs on speculation. What are you doing?
What am I talking about?
I don't know. I think they may later on, but
I won't.
They're gonna say right now that they're not.
Well,
So
don't hold your breath.
And they didn't, to Nintendo's credit, name this the new Nintendo Switch. So they could still name something that, which is their favorite way of releasing.
what is this
That's
called? Like, if you go to the
true.
store, what is this under the price tag? Is it just Nintendo Switch?
OLED, yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because everyone's grandma, by now, I mean, it's 2021, knows what OLED means. If you don't, like, you don't
Yeah.
deserve to be buying anything.
What does the O stand for?
Who knows?
Okay.
Amazing.
Optimal?
Optic.
Optic.
I don't know. Something. LED.
I've forgotten.
Brock's
Organic. It's organic.
Really?
Ooh, I feel like I looked it up.
Wow.
That doesn't sound
There you
right.
go. So, we don't need to know this because we're not buying an OLED Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Well, wait. What's the price tag? I forgot. Is this more expensive than the base model?
Of course.
That's
it
the
is.
other killer. It is $50 more than the original Nintendo
Because
Switch.
the screen is grass-fed.
It's organic.
No
It's
hormones
grass-fed.
used.
It's vegan.
So they're really going for like the Oregon market.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're trying to push the model to West Coasters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think all in all, it'll probably just sell like a normal Switch because plenty of people
Probably.
that don't have a Switch will pick that up instead of the
Yeah.
old.
Well, and like I feel like $50 additional is like nothing really. If you're buying a console, it's like okay.
Right. But for us amazing people who bought it on launch week, launch month, whenever we bought it,
Right.
there's not really a point.
Yeah.
And there's not really a point for you either, so
Don't buy this.
don't buy this.
If you
unless-
like it, don't buy it.
Organic means nothing.
Let us inform your decision for you.
That's all I got on that.
Yeah.
Same. It's a Switch with a cool screen.
Working.
So the next bit of news, Pokemon Snap came up with a new free update that
Yeah.
allows you to go to different zones and see different Pokemon, which is cool.
It's kind of out of nowhere too. I was surprised that this. This feels like they're gonna keep doing continual updates to me.
Which is what I
Fingers
want.
crossed, but it was like one of those things where it came out at the beginning of the month, so I was like, oh, maybe this will be like a monthly thing. I'm not holding my breath
No.
for it, but like, it felt like one of those things.
And it's already more than you expected. 'Cause
Yeah,
Pokemon
for
Snap
sure.
is not on the top of the list of games that don't have enough content. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely, the base game definitely has enough, but like, yeah, this was just
Yeah.
icing on the cake.
And it's really nice that they didn't just come out with like one new location or whatever. There's like three.
Yeah,
Three.
so what was the new update, actually?
So there was a new jungle spot.
Yeah.
A new spot in the just introductory area,
Yeah, the park.
and then a new spot in where?
The
was-
desert.
The desert. That's right. And they added this little thing to the first area where you get to be really small. I'm not really sure how I feel. Actually, I do know how I feel about it. I don't like it that much because the Pokemon are so big, you can't take a very good picture of them.
That is true. Some of them is like, they're almost too big, so they're always out of frame.
Counterpoint, doesn't that just mean it's forcing you to be an amazing photographer?
I mean, kind of. It's like at this point, for us, it's like, we've beaten the base game, so it's like,
At this point, we're pros.
yeah, so it's like, we should be able to take a good picture, but like, that one is probably the most difficult, just because everything is so in your face, even if you don't even zoom the camera, it's like, you're cutting off
Yeah.
things, and you're losing points because of it.
And don't be a slave to Professor
Professor
Mirror.
Mirror's bad rating system. You can take pictures and decorate them with the new stamps.
It's true.
Just for your own artistic expression.
There
That's
were new
true.
borders and stamps when
Yes.
we got the update, so
So I'm very partial to having like a picture that's the entirety of like Turtwig? No, the big Turtwigs.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. see-
Torterra or something.
Torterra, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool picture of me. Not to Professor Mirror, but some people want that.
Why can't we have Professor Oak grade these?
Because he's dead.
What? He's dead in this universe?
It's been years.
I don't know if
How-
that's canon or not.
How old was he when this first started?
He's still alive. He's
Does
gotta
anyone
be.
actually age in the Pokemon universe? I thought that was part of
Um,
it.
Didn't we see Professor Oak in one of the last mainline games? Was he in?
He's referenced in Sword and Shield.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe. Was he still alive then? He's got.
you can reference something from a history book too, like
I think we should solve this with the easy answer that in Pokemon universe, no one ever ages.
That's true.
All right.
Ash never ages. He literally is like 12 forever.
he's 10.
Okay.
Like the Pokemon graveyard in Lavender Town, I'm pretty sure all of those Pokemon are dead because they got diseases and stuff. I think somewhere.
Ooh.
Pokevirus.
Yeah, sure.
It's a thing.
Pokerus.
Pokerus. It's canon.
But that makes Pokemon stronger.
Right, so they don't die of old age, is what I'm
They
getting at here.
They die of strength. They get too strong.
They are on roids. They should stop. Okay.
What were we talking about?
Pokemon Snap. You can also ride an Emolga.
Oh yeah, that was cool. When you shrink down, you know the little squirrel Pikachu clone?
Yep.
You ride on its back and it's like, ooh, picture.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Very happy to see Feraligatr in there.
There's some big names. There's like Snorlax, there's
Yes.
Feraligatr. Some fan favorites they're bringing back for this one.
Is Feraligatr a fan favorite?
I'm a fan.
Oh yeah.
I'm a huge fan,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't know.
I feel like if the same people that like
I knew
Charizard or
Totodile
something
was.
are gonna like Feraligatr.
I thought it was like Typhlosion was the cool one.
They're too different. They're like those two are both like dinosaur, like third evolution, third in their line. You know what I'm saying? Kind of.
And Feraligatr is basically a dinosaur, but who's counting?
Well, that's what I
An
said.
alligator.
That's why you like Charizard and Feraligatr.
Well, Totodile's an OG, and I like Feraligatr too. So.
So that update's awesome.
Yeah.
Added a bunch of new stuff, and it wasn't just like here's the stage, one and done. It's like it has a day version, it has a night version. All three of
Multiple
those do,
levels.
and then they have the multiple level system like all of Pokemon Snap does. So it's like it's completely different if you run it on level 1 versus all the way up to like max level, which is like level 4, 3.
And I'm honestly wondering, I mean, we haven't completed it yet, but I could see there being like a new, like, what is the like boss Pokemon of the area called?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But like there's like a feature Pokemon that you
The illuminated
The
Pokemon. The Lumina Pokemon.
thing,
Lumina
yeah.
Spot. So,
I think they'll keep adding stuff to the game. It'd feel weird to me if they didn't.
here's
Now
to
that we've set
helping.
precedent. You're hungry for more.
Yeah, I kind of am, which scares me, but we'll see.
Our next update is Pokemon Unite added Gardevoir to the fight.
Devin's going pro in Pokemon Unite. Did you know that?
I haven't played in like a week. But sure.
Well, we've been busy, but besides that, you've been playing like every day.
I have been playing Alolan Ninetales religiously, exclusively. If I can't play Alolan Ninetales, I'm upset.
I leave the lobby.
I leave the lobby.
I quit the game.
Can you buy it? Just probably have some of that cash.
Well, only one person can pick
Yeah.
a character.
Yeah, no,
so if like someone else
don't get me
chooses
wrong.
Oh, okay.
the character you
Don't
can't
get me
play
wrong.
doesn't-
I own Alolan Ninetales.
Okay.
But they added Gardevoir, and she is an attacker. And she's kind of a glass cannon. Her attacks are really, really strong, but
She doesn't have a lot of health.
not much help. Haven't played as Gardevoir yet. Looks cool though. I
Well,
just
yeah,
need-
you're only going to play as Alolan Ninetales,
Well,
so why play as this character?
The thing is, I also can't buy Gardevoir right now. I don't have the funds.
You play more.
You're right. I need to get to level 13 before, like, a week from now. So I can get Crustle. Because I still don't have Crustle.
Crustle's pretty nice.
Crustle's cool.
Yeah. And then the last bit of news, I think, is there is a Pokemon news update
Pokemon Presents.
on the
this
18th.
Wednesday, the 18th. We have no idea what it's going to be.
Nope.
But if I had to guess,
Probably about Pokemon.
it's probably going to be about Pokemon, yes.
Mhm.
I thought they already said it was about the remasters.
Oh, I don't know. They might
Oh.
have. But, I mean, I would assume it's going to be
Yeah.
about the remasters. Because, like, those are coming out this holiday,
Right.
November.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Diamond and Pearl we're talking about, remakes. And
I'm going to
then
need to see an update on
like,
whatever.
Legends, Arceus.
Arceus.
Yeah, I think they
Yes.
might, like, talk about that
Pokemon.
a little bit.
Do it!
Do you think they're going to talk about that?
I could see them showing just some other gameplay just to get off.
To get, like, rid of that,
The
like,
stigma.
one frame rate
Yeah.
stuff they showed earlier?
Be like, hey, we were in very early stages. Like we said.
Yeah,
Here's a better version.
I think they'll do that, too.
And what if they show, like, a title card at the end for whatever the new region
Like,
will be?
the new gen?
Yeah, because that's going to be next year.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's-
They might, but that's a long way out.
it's a long way out, and it's not like people get hyped for the next Pokemon Gen. They all know it's coming. I think the Legends of Arceus thing was a little bit more,
I mean, I'm most hyped for that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. They
Open
keep
world?
didn't they say early 2022
Yeah.
Yeah.
for that one?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna meet that deadline. To be honest, we'll see though.
Well, don't put that on there.
I'm not putting it out into the universe. I'm
You
just
literally just
trying to be
did.
realistic though.
You did. I am so excited for an open world Pokemon game. I used to play Pokemon, not Stadium. I mean, I played that too, but
Oh, those other GameCube
Pokemon
ones?
Coliseum and Pokemon like DX or GX or something.
DX Gale of Darkness.
Yes, that's the one. The one
Actually.
that's now like rare, I think.
It is rare. They go for
And
like,
my dad got rid of
I
it.
feel like they go for like $100 or something.
Thanks, Dad. Anyway, those games were really cool, and I really enjoyed playing them and having that freedom of being able to like go in any direction I so chose, and like not have the typical gym structure either.
Not stuck on a grid in the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
What a concept.
So that game, those games were tight,
We'll see.
and I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, the update on Wednesday is supposed to be like 25 minutes long, so I
So you
don't
better
think they're going to talk just about the Gen 4 remakes for 25
You can't.
minutes.
That
There's
would be
no
impressive.
way. I
Yeah.
mean, you could.
It'd be impressive, but they'd have to go into like every gameplay structure and like
Yeah.
every little technical detail.
That's not going to hold anyone's attention.
So we'll see.
So, but also excited for those because I've never played Gen 4 before.
That'll be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Or buy.
Yep.
That'll be exciting then.
So, anyway, that's the news.
That's the news, folks.
Everything that happened in the last month.
Yep, that was it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, kind of. I think. Summer's always slow.
There was
I mean-
another indie thing.
Oh, the indie showcase, that was cool.
We,
Oh, yeah.
I guess we could talk about highlights of that.
Yeah, I'd keep
Garden Stories
start
out.
talking about it, and then it'll come back to me. Garden Story.
Garden Stories
We
out.
bought that.
It's
That's really
real
fun.
cute.
You play as a grape,
Named Concord.
and you.
Brock's like, I gotta look this up.
You're basically like. You do tasks for a town. There's some combat. There's like some trading stuff. It's just kind of a cute little game. I like the art style too. I'm trying to think of the big hitters of this.
There was the create a course for your hero game that you have on multiple other systems that's called
Oh, Hero Loop. Yeah, that
Loop-
one.
Loop
Loop
Hero.
Hero. I always say it opposite.
Loop Hero.
That one's. I have that on Steam. It's actually really fun. I think that'll be an awesome game to have like on a Switch, just because it's the sessions are so like short. It's like one of those games where you can just hop in, play a little bit, play around, and then just kind of be like, all right, time to set this down for a while. I'm done, which is like perfect for the Switch. I feel like just when you want to be on the go.
Mm-hmm. We had Slime Rancher Portable Edition out now.
Do you have anything to say about these?
Nope.
Let's not go through everything.
Okay, well,
My comment on Slime Rancher is that these games look super fun to me, and I've never played one. So eventually they'll get me.
there was Islanders, where you just like build towns on an island, and then once you're done, you go to a new one, and then you do the same thing. Boyfriend Dungeon, your swords are
Boys.
Boys.
Boys or something. They're like,
and they don't even look hot. Let me tell you, the art style is kind of gross.
Brock and I thought they looked hot. But
Well,
Devin was very.
I was upset. I was
adamantly
disappointed.
against this.
I was disappointed.
Eastward, that one looked awesome to me.
I don't
I'm looking
even know
forward to that a lot.
what that was.
It's from Chucklefish. It's
Oh.
Stardew Valley.
Okay, yeah. That'll be cool. Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, which is like a 3
I was like,
module.
why are you doing this?
Yeah.
They're expanding the universe.
At least they said that. They were like, we think Shovel Knight has always been like a flagship
Yeah.
character that can be in anything. So I can't wait for Shovel Knight Pinball to come out.
That would be awesome, actually. physical edition pinball,
Ooh,
like
okay.
a pinball
Yeah.
arcade machine.
Full disclosure, there's no Shovel Knight pinball in the works right now that we know of. But
Not that we know of, but we could be wrong.
And then Metal Slug
Metal
Tactics.
Slug Tactics, I feel like that was like a big one they were showing off.
Made by
Yeah.
some random French company.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out the connection there,
Yeah.
but who knows?
it looked
But-
like a Metal Slug game.
Yeah, I mean it's like
People like it.
it's like Metal Slug is like, but it's like a tactics game, which I thought was a different spin on it. But the art style looked really good in my opinion.
That was one of the better types of pixel art. Very
Yeah.
arcadey.
Very classic, very true to Metal Slug, I thought. Anything else worth noting in the Indie Direct?
Not really.
Some good stuff.
Did we talk about the game with the white and black graphics? I can't remember the name of.
Oh, Toem, the
Yeah.
picture game.
Yeah, the picture game.
Oh, yeah. That
That
one
game looks cool.
Interesting.
Basically go around and people are like asking you for different things to take pictures of. You go find them in the world. It's very like a neat art style. It's all black and white. It's like, I don't know really how to describe it. Like things are modeled out, but then like they have like a black and white texture on them. It's kind of like a drawn art style.
Right. Things look like they're just things of paper almost.
Yeah.
Like Paper Mario, actually.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it was going for the same vibe as like a short hike or something. Just
Yeah,
like a little
kinda.
relaxing, like get to know these villagers for a little bit.
Yep.
Help them all. And you do it by taking pictures, which I find it funny that they're releasing this like 4 months after Pokemon Snap. Which
Yeah.
is literally the only other game where you
Yeah.
take pictures.
Take pictures
as-
and they like rate them. It's like
Right.
they showed kind of like that same stuff, and I was like,
Yep.
oh okay, interesting.
So I hope that gets reviewed well. That looks good.
Yeah. All right.
So
Any other
now-
news? No, nothing.
No.
On to the main event.
The main event,
The Nintendolympics.
Nintendolympics, the 2021 Olympic.
Hey, no, it's 2020.
It's 2020 now.
2020. I forgot. We're retconning history. The 2020 Olympic video games.
Yeah, that covers it.
I liked Nintendolympics.
Nintendolympics.
Better, but good try.
Okay, so here's what's going on. In Japan, real people are doing really cool things in a multitude of different sports.
That's right.
I think there are 48 of them. I don't know. There's like 45 different sports in the Olympics if you ask the Olympics.
Yeah.
So we've taken those 45 different sports and we've trudged back through Nintendo history to find the game or mini game in multiple instances
Yep, that's true.
that best represents the essence of that sport.
That's what I was gonna say. The
Now-
essence. It's all about the essence.
It's not about volleyball game if they're playing volleyball. No, it's the essence. And
Sorta. For
Yeah.
For some of mine.
Some of them are very.
Some of them are very on the nose,
Yes.
spot on, but others I took some artistic liberties.
And we tried to stick to Nintendo consoles. I don't know how well we did there.
I'm purely
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And
And let me clarify one other thing before we start. Is I did not pick any of the Sonic and Mario Olympic games.
okay, yes,
games.
that was an unwritten rule. There are no Sonic and Mario Olympic games unless you're
What?
You're
Why are you making that face?
okay.
I had a really hard one.
Okay,
Okay.
that was screwed up, but no Sonic and Mario at the Olympic games.
Okay,
That's
I can
just
go with my
too-
original one. I can go with my original one.
Okay. We'll get into it and we'll see
And
how it
we're-
all shakes out.
We're just gonna have a jolly old time comparing the real sports in our games and what we think, and
Yeah.
yelling at everybody that got this wrong.
Exactly.
All right.
Because this is very objective.
It's very objective.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right, Brock, you started off. We'll just go clockwise.
wow, I started off. Okay. Well, we're going to start with the sport known as rowing, which I think you all know. It's
Sure.
like you get in a boat and they go fast, right?
Sure.
I had to start once again with a mini game, Mario Party 4, right or left.
Ooh.
This is the
yeah,
mini
baby.
game where you are in a little dragon boat with
Mhm.
your partner and you row through a cave full of all sorts of obstacles.
I see it in my head
It's
right now.
absolutely
I know exactly where you're
terrible
at.
because it's impossible to go straight.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Olympians are very good at going straight, but you have to be an Olympian if you're going to go straight in this game, and
True.
that's why it is
Mm-hmm.
the pick.
True.
Any questions?
No.
I'm there. I
I
know
see
exactly
it.
what you're talking about, and I see my boat in the mini game going like this, curving hard to get it out of the way of the fire,
Exactly.
and then trying to overcorrect and go back into it somehow. I'm there. That's a good one.
That's what I was thinking.
I agree.
+1.
Okay, best pick of the night. I'm done.
All right, let's call it.
Oh, we're just doing one at a time. I see. Okay. So,
Yep.
so my first one was diving.
Ooh.
Diving.
I chose
Devin was a diver
for
professionally in the Olympics.
no, nope. But I did do diving for a season, actually 2 seasons.
Olympic seasons? Wow, that's pretty
No,
good.
Yeah.
Jesus, no, I could never.
8 years of training.
I got the yips.
Twisties.
Yeah. Anyway, diving, Ocarina of Time, because you dive under the water.
Nice.
Okay, I'll
I
give-
see where you're at though.
That is one of the most distinctive animations in that game, so I'll give it to you.
Well, and when you go to Zoro's domain and you have to dive off the big thing to get the scale that that allows you to dive.
Mm-hmm.
You can do the diving mini game for the rupees.
Yeah, I haven't played that game in a long time, so I don't even know, but I just know that you dive under the water at some point.
That is a Zelda game that you dive, confirmed.
You dive in every Zelda. You can't dive.
Breath of the Wild, you
Zelda.
can't go under
cannot.
the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanks.
This is
Thank
why
you.
we all split them up.
Yep. And I will say I do have Ocarina of Time on my list
That's fine.
later on.
We can
so
repeat.
You'll have to see why I chose Ocarina of Time. So my first one was golf. I chose a game called What the Golf. Do you know what this is?
I do
No.
know what this is.
So this is a game where you play golf, but it's very loosely playing golf. You can it'll be like a residential street, and you'll play golf with like a house into like a ditch. So you'll a little arrow will pop up, and you'll shoot the house and it'll just flop over, and then just roll around. You can play golf with literally any object.
Right.
And it's kind of like some courses are like a puzzle where you have to get rid of some obstacles so you can get it into the course. There's some real wacky levels that are referencing other games like Super Mario Bros. Or Guitar Hero or Katamari. So
I didn't know it referenced other things.
it's
That's pretty-
really cool and interesting. So it's golf, but with anything.
Okay.
So
And
what's a
this-
golf?
This is available on multiple platforms.
Yeah,
so
and
you-
it is on the Switch.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'd heard of it. It's pretty fast paced too.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's a golf game, but
It's
you don't
real
even have to
wacky
remotely
though.
like golf.
Yeah. It's just like an arcade fun.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's very loosely golf, but what the golf?
What the golf? And great name.
Yeah.
A plus name.
Amen.
Okay. Back to me then. And already with number 2, we get to my most lenient picks.
Okay.
The sport is artistic gymnastics.
Oh boy,
This
this is a tough one.
these are all the gymnastic events where there's music and they're doing a full routine,
Sure.
not like the pommel horse or anything, but
Yes.
where they're on
Yeah,
the floor.
yeah.
So I was thinking about something that was wide open. Anything can happen on a floor.
Okay.
And so my mind first went to the ring. Anything can happen in a WWF wrestling.
Oh my gosh.
So my choice was WWF No Mercy for the Institute.
You know what? I respect that
I'll accept
decision.
it.
There's a lot of athleticism that comes with being a WWE wrestler.
They're wearing
as someone,
spandex.
As someone who used to consume WWE on a regular basis.
We consumed it like a month ago. We
Yes.
watched a full 30 minutes.
Yes.
Honestly, my mind, when you said rhythmic gymnastics, my mind went to Tingle from
Ooh,
Legend of Zelda.
That's not bad.
I don't know. He's wearing tight green clothes. He's very flamboyant.
I thought of Just Dance.
Just Dance. Oh, that's a good one.
Just Dance was going to be one of my picks for the other one, and I thought this was better because it's absurd.
I like it. I appreciate that decision.
But yeah, it just starts to fall into place. Once you put them together, you're like, really, Simone Biles is just doing WWF.
It's just
with
The
no one else
Undertaker,
on the
really.
floor.
I mean, there are people doing
He's just John Cena.
handsprings and backflips and hurting people. So.
I mean, honestly, yeah, you're right.
So, good
I
pick.
like it. Good pick.
My second one was canoe/kayak flatwater. And I also picked Mario Party 4 for that specific mini game.
That
What?
specific mini
Are you
game?
kidding me?
Yes.
The same one that Brock was talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, it's right or left.
Right
You
or
do your
left.
research. But yeah, I'll preface this with Devin was given a crap list.
Yeah, I had the worst list. It was awful.
The Olympics, as I said, has like 45 sports, and they put them in the most arbitrarily dumb categories, and
Yep.
she got all of the dumb ones.
There are so many biking and like water sports that I got.
So right or left, flat water. It is flat.
It is
Yes.
flat water.
Uh,
Correct. We're no rapids here.
Yes.
Now, I'm not sure it's a canoe. That's my gripe with this pick.
Mm.
Okay, but you literally put WWE wrestling for artistic gymnastics. Don't even go there.
Those are more similar.
No! You're rowing a boat on water.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Please tell me you picked this Ski-Doo game for N64 for the next one, though.
Nope.
Dang.
Ooh. I like that. What's that called?
I'll think of it in a minute.
Okay, so me, my next one was boxing. Honestly, this one was kind of boring for me. I said arms, which, you
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
you're boxing, but with spring arms and like weird attachments on your arms. So it's like boxing, but not really. My original pick was going to be even more boring. It was just Wii Sports boxing.
That's
But
my
it's like
pick.
such a solid,
Yeah.
like, it's Wii Sports, anything Wii Sports is like
Wii Sports
just beautiful.
is
So it's
perhaps
like,
one of the best games that came out for the Wii.
it's just like so iconic. It was like, you know, the game you got when you got your Wii. So like everyone knows this game. It's like the most memeable game ever now.
But they're all actually good.
I know. So
Can
it's
you
like,
imagine if they weren't all that good?
I know. Like half these games, I was like, oh, Wii Sports. Like golf. I was like, Wii Sports golf. Easy.
Just like watching the slow motion replays with the empty expression and smile on each of your Mii's faces.
Oh, the memes.
Just
It's scary.
in tennis, face planting into the ground as they miss on their dive for the tennis ball. It's too good.
And then you have the spectators, which are your other memes.
Yes.
I loved having Darth Vader and Garfield watching me.
Yes.
Everything I did.
We went bowling this past weekend, and someone that we were with accidentally threw the ball behind them, like on accident on
Wasn't
their
it
back.
you?
Did you jump
No.
up and do a 360 spin?
Well, and then people were referencing that. People were like, "Oh," and they were like, "We're like me's." So, anyways, yeah, that was mine. Boxing, arms, or Wii Sports boxing.
Good. Number 3 for me was road cycling.
Okay.
I presume this is just riding a bicycle
On the road, I would
I
assume
didn't
so.
actually look that up.
Okay, some of mine I actually did have to look up because I would have been completely wrong if I didn't.
And that's okay too. We're back to Mario Party this time, but not going as far back.
Okay.
Because in Super Mario Party, there's the great mini game where you go like this.
Oh, yeah.
Your
Got on the little trike.
Joy-Con. It's called Tricarder.
That's right.
And once again, if you're not breathing heavy after doing that for a good 15 seconds,
That one's hard.
you're doing it wrong.
That's
and
true.
For that reason, I think it's the most akin to road cycling at the Olympics.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. So my next one is, again, canoe and kayaking, but slalom this time, which means it's on rough water.
Oh, really? It doesn't just mean you're going like back and forth?
I don't know, really. I just looked at a picture and I was like, that looks like rough water.
I looked at a picture and I knew.
I think you're mostly right. There are rapids,
Sure.
but you're going back and forth between flags.
So I picked Legend of Zelda Wind Waker because you're on the ocean.
Some rough water out
That
there.
has waves.
Some rough water out there. You're curving between islands.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. You gotta go around like the weird tornadoes that are happening.
True. The giant octopus that's out there.
Yes. So that's my pick.
All right.
I'm going to disagree with all of your picks.
I've also got Wind Waker coming up, so
You don't have to like what I pick, Brock.
But isn't in Twilight Princess, isn't there a game where you are going down the river and having
I have
to go
Twilight
through-
Princess for another one.
Okay.
Yes. And that one's more
Understandable.
creative.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just making sure because
Yes.
you also really do appreciate all that's in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, you're the
Oh,
Twilight
yeah.
Princess.
Oh, we know.
You are the Twilight
I've
Princess.
only been asking for Wolf Link and Midna for Smash for years at this point.
Yep, that's correct.
Literal years.
I hear about it even when we're not podcasting.
I know. I love that game.
So my next one was fencing.
I wish I had this one.
So I thought about this long and hard, and I had to go with Skyward Sword. Because Skyward Sword is the game where you have most control of the sword. And you can actually control where it goes. Unlike other Legends of Zelda games where it's just press a button, horizontal slice.
I think that's a pretty solid
You can
pick.
thrust, you can actually swing the Wiimote,
Mhm.
use motion controls. Fencing.
That's actually my favorite pick so far. Not because of what you said, but because specifically when you're like not doing anything with the sword in Skyward Sword, he literally just
He holds it out like this, like a fencing position.
Yeah,
That's what I got.
that's good. No, that's really good.
Oh, thank you.
Number 4 for me was marathon swimming, which
Ooh.
is swimming almost a marathon
Okay.
in water. And I definitely cheated for this one because once again we went back to Mario Party and we picked Mario Party 4, the Mario Medley minigame.
Nice.
I realized that this is a minigame where you do a normal medley in a pool, but I thought the marathon part applied because you've got a health meter or like an oxygen meter
Sure.
on the thing, and you make that disappear within the first lap every single time.
Yep.
And then you have to go super slow to finish this, what's become a marathon.
Marathon.
Yes.
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 So, Mario Medley.
Solid.
Up next for me is sport climbing, which was a new one added, I believe.
It was new this
It's
year.
Basically rock climbing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay, it is rock climbing. So I chose ice climbers for this.
Ooh.
For obvious reasons. They climb up mountains and rocks.
Great job.
Thank you.
Do people that participate in sport climbing wear parkas?
Yeah, can they
They
wear ice
should.
climber garb?
They should only wear either an indigo or light pink parka.
They only do that in the Winter Olympic version.
Right.
Okay.
They can actually go out to the mountain and do it.
It's actually called ice climbing in
ice
those
climbing.
Olympics.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. So my next one was swimming, just generic swimming, and guess what I picked? Mario Party 4 Mario Medley minigame.
There are other games you swim in.
I couldn't think. I was like,
No, you're right.
I was trying to think so hard of like, I was like, maybe I'll pick a mini game or a game that like I really like the underwater level or something. But I was like, oh wait, that's no level. That's no game
Right.
ever. So I went with the easy choice, a Mario Party minigame. Mario Party 4 is our in-house favorite, of course.
Yeah.
So we're always going to be thinking Mario Party 4. So, but there was one, I did want to make a distinction on this one. In Mario Party 4, when I was doing my research, I noticed that they call it a medley, but in a actual swim medley, they do 4 strokes. In the minigame, they actually only do 3 strokes.
They don't do breaststroke, right?
They don't do they do breaststroke.
Yeah.
They don't do butterfly.
Really?
So I wrote this down. In the mini game, they do breaststroke, then backstroke, then they call it crawl, front crawl,
Yeah.
but it's freestyle. And that's the order they do. Breaststroke, backstroke, freestyle. But in real life, if you're doing a medley, it's butterfly,
No.
fly back, breast free. I looked it up today.
Medley? Well,
What?
Is it an individual or a team?
Oh, that's true. It's different, I guess.
If it's a medley race with 4 people, it's back, breast, fly, free. And if it's an individual medley or an IM, it's fly, back, breast, free.
Yeah. So I did the individual, because in the game it's individual.
Either way, it's completely not the right.
You're right. So I was like, this is off. So I was like, I knew something was off when I was watching it when I was doing my research. So I was like, I gotta actually see what this is.
I've never thought about that.
So yeah.
But now I want to see a Wario model try and do
Yeah.
butterfly.
Well, I know. And then I was like thinking, like, what would their arms look like going all the way up? And I was like, that would just look broken. So that's probably why they didn't add it. So
I'm gonna
yeah,
have to
fun fact.
retcon my earlier pick sometime later when I think of a better one. 'cause
Okay. So yeah, fun fact. In Mario Medley, no butterfly.
No butterfly.
No butterfly.
Number 5 for me was weightlifting.
Ooh.
The entirety of the sport of lifting heavy things.
Okay.
So, once again, we went to a mini game, but actually went to a micro game. Because I went to WarioWare
Yes.
Mega Micro Games for the Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
And there is a game called Lift and Shout, where literally you just press button inputs as it tells you, and this little shadow weightlifter guy
Ooh, I know what you're talking about.
lifts up the weight. You do it correctly. I mean, it's weightlifting, like, I can't be wrong here. So.
WarioWare Switch is coming out this September. I am excited.
It better be just as weird as all the rest, and just as gimmicky.
And co-op.
I need a lot of fart jokes or else I'm not buying it.
They'll have that.
Good.
Guaranteed.
Good. Okay, my next one was archery.
Okay.
So I chose Link's crossbow training.
Ooh, turn up.
And you have a sort of crossbow for the Wii.
That's true. It came with a peripheral.
And you shoot things like an archery with a crossbow, which is a variation of a regular bow you would use in archery.
On the money.
On the nose.
On the nose. My next one was equestrian. And I knew that was horses, but I didn't know what exactly that meant. So equestrian is actually broken down into 3 separate segments.
Oh man, I'm gonna learn things.
Dressage, that's how it's spelled. Well, it's dress and then A-G-E.
I think that's.
I watched a video and it said dressage. I was thinking dressage in my head. I don't really know what it is.
You put the horses in dresses?
That's
Yes.
where you basically just like show that you can have control of your horse. You're basically doing rhythmic gymnastics with your horse on a floor.
Okay.
The next one is the jumps. We've all seen that. You jump over a little dealio.
Yep.
You do tricks. Not tricks, but you know. And then the third one is just called event. And from what I can gather from this is every Olympics it's different and they just pick like some thing you do. It could be jumps, it could be a distance that you run, it could be a combination of them. You're doing some event on your horse.
Okay.
But there's no racing. Horse racing is not a thing in the Olympics.
Of course.
Because there's not an international horse racing head. official
Okay.
department thing. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
There's no organization internationally for
It's
horse
just the
racing.
casinos, the dirty
Well,
gamblers.
that's what it said. It was like the big thing. It was like, why is it basically barred from the Olympics? Because they don't want people to gamble on it. So.
I mean, people find ways to gamble on the Olympics.
Sure,
anyway.
sure, but I guess they just didn't want to. It has such a history of gambling. They didn't want to be. So
Okay.
So anyways, so what I picked is a game called Pocket Card Jockey.
What?
Pocket Card Jockey is a game that I had on the 3DS,
Why?
made by Game Freak,
Really?
and you play solitaire, and the better you do at solitaire, the better your horse and your jockey do. You are horse racing, which isn't in the Olympics, but I thought, you're a horse jockey, it's close enough, it's equestrian.
Yeah.
So the better you do playing solitaire, the better your horse does in the race. You can build a bond with your horse, you can mate your horse and have a little baby horse.
I like that.
You can do a lot of stuff. It's a cool game, it's really weird. I was surprised that Game Freak made this game, but it's Pocket Card Jockey.
Oh.
With some fun facts about equestrian, all in there.
I think that's gotta be a regular second segment now. Why did you buy this game? What stuck out?
I love it. It's so good looking. It was just one of those. It was like cheap, and I was like, "This looks kind of fun, I guess." I like solitaire enough. I like this. It's the new take on horse racing.
It is adorable.
It's a good game. It's actually a really solid game.
So if you like racing and solitaire, buy
Pocket Card Jockey
for your
Pocket
Nintendo
Card Jockey
3DS.
for your 3DS.
Yeah.
If the 3DS shop is even still a thing.
Oh, I've definitely seen this.
Yeah, it's cute.
It is cute.
So that's mine.
A+ pick again. You're going deep. Okay. My next sport is known as Taekwondo.
Ooh.
To make this make sense, I also have to reference a later sport in my list.
Okay.
I'll just make it my next sport.
Sure.
Judo.
Okay.
So Taekwondo.
Oh, so you had both of them.
And Judo.
I'd karate.
Oh, well, maybe.
So let's see. Oh, fingers crossed you don't pick one of mine.
So, unlike you, I don't care enough to do real research. But I
Okay.
did type both these into Google to figure out the difference. And
Okay.
I
That's
learned
research.
That, well, Taekwondo is a striking-based martial art.
Okay.
Judo is a grappling-based martial art. And for
Good.
that reason, Taekwondo is obviously Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Ooh, good choice.
The only way you get kills in this game, if you're a normal person, is do smash attacks. Like, you
Sure.
strike your
You
opponent,
strike
right?
them.
Like I said, I'm going to go on and do Judo too.
Okay.
Because it only makes sense with this.
Sure.
Judo, then, is Super Smash Bros. 64, where the grabs are the most overpowered things
Ooh,
in existence.
Good choice. Good
So-
choice. I like that.
A 2 for Smash Brothers here, but for very, very nuanced reasons.
I like
I think
that.
that you both will understand.
Yeah, the comparison there is spot on.
So I hope karate gave you something unique.
I pulled one out for it.
Okay. But yeah, Taekwondo and Judo.
So
Nice.
I will now do two since
Okay, I'll
Rock
do
did
two also
two.
that won't be related at all. But I'll do two.
God, mine is so lame. So rugby is what I had the Sonic and Mario Olympic game because rugby is hard to figure out what to put for.
Devin was like,
And they actually had rugby in that game.
I kind of want to play that now. I want to see what their take on rugby was.
yeah, I know.
But
it's
my
so weird.
original pick was Madden, just whatever. I don't care what year. It's a physical game.
What about
of
NFL
sport.
Blitz?
Sure.
That's good. Do you know they do make actual rugby games, and I am actually going to buy one now that I have this PlayStation.
Okay, well,
Because
yeah,
Well,
but
I've
there
got
were
ac-
none for Nintendo.
I've got
though.
a sport that actually I saw that has a game genre that you need to actually buy. I'll get to that later,
Good.
but it's
and
crazy.
You're right. There are no rugby games on Nintendo.
Yes.
I'm blowing. Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, and then tennis, Mario Aces.
Solid.
So.
Why Mario Aces specifically?
Well,
Yeah.
because they play tennis.
Well, you see.
Well, it's a little hard to explain, but they do indeed play tennis in Mario Aces.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, my next one was football.
Football.
And
As in soccer?
football means soccer.
Okay.
So,
Well, actually,
Can you tell us
soccer
the
means
origins of
football.
that?
well, let me tell you.
Well, the U.S. doesn't
You see,
like to play
you
by the
actually
rules.
kick the ball in this sport with your foot, so it's called football. So, I decided to do a very obscure one, and I went with Buck Bumble for the N64.
Brock got real happy about that.
Oh yeah.
So, in this game, there's the campaign, there's a mode where you can battle just each other. Oh, and by the way, did I mention, this game is, you're a bee with a gun, and you just fly around.
This is the coolest game for the N64, bar none.
I thought so too, but then I did some research and I looked back on it and I was like, yikes.
It was
But
cool.
with your with your rose-colored glasses, yes. So there's the campaign, there's the battle each other mode, and then there's a third mode called Buzzball, which is why I reference this game. And in that game, it's basically just a giant stadium. A ball is just falling down at the beginning, and you're just a tiny little bee, and you just either ram yourself into the ball or shoot the ball, and you're trying to get it in the goal. It's literally 1v1 soccer, football. That's it. It's like Rocket League, but it's literally
Yeah.
Rocket League, but with bees. So, yeah.
What's your second one?
Oh, my second one.
Yeah.
I'll just go next on my list. Basketball. So this one was kind of hard. I chose Majora's Mask. In Majora's Mask, on the second day, if you go into the Honey and Darling shop,
Of course.
Honey and Darling shop is basically in Majora's Mask a place where you can play games with bombs of all sorts. First day you play like a bomb shoe game. Second day though, you play a game where you stand in the middle of the room, it's a circular room, and you're on a platform that rotates. And on the walls there's all these baskets, and you're trying to throw bombs into the baskets. So it's basketball.
Alright.
That's it.
Way to Brock this assignment.
I'm trying. I need my extra
A+.
credit. I'm failing the course.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm actually failing the course.
You can't cheat off my son.
Okay, my next sport was trampoline.
What?
So, okay, trampoline.
Thank the Olympics again. This is just gymnastics on trampoline.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not with the other stuff.
Trampoline.
And I had many picks for this. I mean, trampolines are all over Nintendo games. But I chose Game & Watch Fire.
Ooh.
If you've never seen this game, it's something that would never be made today. There's a building on the left side, and people are continuously jumping out of it because there's a fire. And you have to take your firemen and move the trampoline under them and bounce them all the way to the ambulance.
That's how it works
Yeah.
in real life.
Yeah.
You only have to bounce them like 3 times. It's pretty realistic.
Yeah, no concussions or anything.
Yeah. And so all you're doing is moving these 2 guys with a trampoline.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't doing gymnastics, I know. They're just holding the trampoline, but...
There's a trampoline.
There was a trampoline.
Yes.
I think that's Game & Watch's up B in Smash, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yep. And I just now put that together.
There you go.
My next one is track cycling, and I chose Mario Kart because you can be on a motorcycle and you're on a
Ooh.
track.
Ooh,
Oh.
the motorcycle, yeah.
So get bent.
So anything after Mario Kart Wii, to be specific.
Yes.
Okay, so my next one was skateboarding, one that's new to the Olympics this year. Went very on the nose, went with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
Okay.
1. Specifically 1. Because this was the only one that I actually had for the N64. And I guess, yeah, for the N64. Because I had some, like, Underground and American Wasteland on the GameCube.
Right.
So, this was my very first Tony Hawk game. This was my very first skateboarding game ever. This was, like, my foray into even knowing what skateboarding was. Awesome soundtrack. Awesome just gameplay. Awesome multiplayer. Awesome hidden tapes. Awesome environments. Tony Hawk was at the freaking Olympics. Not competing, but as kind of the head. He was like the face of skateboarding.
Yes.
So I had to go with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
I don't think I know any other skateboarder aside from Tony Hawk.
That's a shame.
Rob Burnquist, anyone? Kareem something was always my guy.
I never played those games.
Well,
You need to start
I only know Tony
and
Hawk.
only listen to the
we
music.
need to play some King of the Hill with
Oh yeah,
Tony
or
Hawk.
skate,
Or skate, yeah.
which is like
King of
Pig.
the Hill? I'd watch King of the Hill.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We
I want to
should
watch some
def-
tonight.
We should definitely play Tony Hawk multiplayer.
I agree. So yeah, skateboarding, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.
Next comes my worst pick. The sport is hockey, so what did I choose? NES Ice Hockey from
Ooh,
1988.
nice.
Why did I
I
choose
almost
this?
had that one for one of mine. I almost had that one for one of mine.
Why did I choose this? Because I am very dumb and didn't think that this was the Summer Olympics, and they were actually talking about field hockey. But,
Nice.
I mean,
Nice.
whatever, right?
Yeah, well, it's fine.
And because this can be a plug for the NES Online service, where you can play ice hockey online.
There you
and
go.
just like every other sports game from the 80s, it's hilariously broken and terrible, but you should play it if you've got nostalgia glasses like me.
Oh yeah. Nice.
The next one is baseball or softball.
Don't screw this up.
I picked Wii Sports.
The Wii Sports.
For obvious reasons.
The Wii Sports.
You play baseball in it.
Is that going to be your reasoning for everything? Why'd you pick Mario Tennis Aces?
Well, why?
Well,
why
it's tennis.
I didn't know I had to be creative.
Well, you didn't have to be, but...
Yeah, so I wasn't.
We
Alright,
need someone to
that's
roast. I have to plug in that you did this completely wrong, because there is a series of Mario baseball games that
True.
are
Yeah, I
amazing.
know.
They are good.
But
They
I
are.
never played any of them.
But they're amazing,
But-
and they deserve me talking about them for an hour. So
Okay.
Well, that'll be the next podcast. So, Blake, what's your next one?
Okay, my next one I kind of struggled with. This was the triathlon. So, triathlon, you do 3 events. You do running, swimming, and biking. So, I have 2 for this one. We got a sneeze coming on? Maybe?
Yes, but it
So, okay.
stopped.
So what I thought, there was 2 that I was kind of battling back and forth with in my head for swimming, biking. What's the last one? Running.
running, yeah.
I chose Pokemon Yellow.
You can.
Yellow.
You run first, then you bike,
You don't run
and
in
then
that
you get
game.
well,
There
you
are
know.
Pokemon games where you literally run.
Well, if you whatever. I like Pokemon
Denied.
Yellow the best. And then at the end of the game, you get surf and you can, swim, kind of.
You can make your own triathlon in Pokemon. I'll give it to them.
Yeah,
I think the default is that you are running and you just can't walk.
yeah.
But in later games, they add a
You do get the running
function.
shoes.
Maybe they add walking.
They don't.
You get the
because
walking shoes.
You get the running shoes.
We can just slow it down a little bit, and you can just enjoy yourself, see all the sights of Kanto. Okay, so then I was also thinking at first, like, what about Breath of the Wild? There's the Trial of the Sword, the triathlon. But then I was also thinking, okay, in Breath of the Wild, you can run, you can swim, and
There's
if
a
you beat the
motorcycle.
DLC, you get the motorcycle, so you can get on a bike.
So you've got 2 games here.
Yeah. So you can do either.
Wow.
Either one.
Suck up. Really suck
Either one.
up to
Give
the
me that extra
teacher
credit.
here.
Give me that extra credit, boy.
Once again, I'm back with the late picks. I'm trying to beat Devin at this point.
It's not possible. Just give up.
To beat you?
Yes.
You can't beat me.
You can't beat how lame my picks are.
You can't beat me. I'm
my
unbeatable.
next sport was not just basketball, but 3v3 basketball, which really ties in well to a certain DS game, which I do own. Mario Hoops.
Wait, which was yours?
3v3 basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because I had basketball.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they were different.
Of course they are.
Okay, sure.
There are 2 less people on the court. So yeah, there is a DS game, which I'm sure like 10 people bought, called Mario Hoops 3v3.
I almost chose that for basketball on mine.
Have you played it though?
No.
Then you-
I looked at the artwork and it was really good.
Yeah, so the artwork for this game is wonderful. The game itself is not.
I can imagine.
You use the stylus to control like, where Mario is actually dribbling the ball,
Not good.
which lends itself to some very wonky gameplay.
Sure.
But yeah, it is by far the most 3v3 basketball-ish game.
Oh, for
because
sure.
That's literally what the game is.
Yeah.
And you should not buy this game. I'm not recommending it.
Well?
Oh,
You're doing a last
I'm
minute
doing a last minute change.
change?
Sorry, but not for this one. My next one is water polo, so I picked NHL. Just I don't care what year, but they're on frozen water and they're using sticks to get pucks, things into a goal.
Water polo, they don't use sticks.
Well, they're getting things into a goal on frozen water.
Okay.
I think she brings up a good point, though. Why do they use sticks in normal polo, but not water polo?
That's
Exactly.
true. You need to swim with the stick, and you need to use both hands with the stick. But they don't need to be floating in the water or anything.
So that's my pick.
Wait, what was your NHL?
Just any NHL game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were playing a lot of water polo last night.
That's right, we
Yeah.
were. Okay, my next one was BMX racing,
Ooh.
and I went.
Wait, hold on. I had BMX racing.
Oh, did I mess up the list? Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Well, what did you pick?
I picked Pokemon Gen 3. Because in Pokemon Gen 3, you can get the Acro bike or you can get the Mach bike.
Oh.
And
I
in
can't believe you've done this.
BMX racing, you jump over hills, you do some little bunny hops, you can do some wheelies if you want to be tricky, and you go fast, just like you would on the Acro or Mach bike in Gen 3 Pokemon.
So first of all, I've used that game for a similar reason for a different sport.
Uh-oh.
But second, for BMX racing, I put Excite Bike.
Wait, you had BMX freestyle.
Oh.
Yeah, freestyle.
But I think you guys should switch, because that works.
Sure.
Okay, well, Excite Bike.
Well, side bike then.
So, Brock, you need to do 2 now. And then you...
And then I'll go next, and then we'll go back to the beginning.
Wait, you just do 2. You do a second one,
Okay,
and then Brock does 2. and then
okay,
I'll do
okay,
one.
okay.
Okay.
So my next one was karate, and I picked the legendary Shaq Fu: A Legend Reborn.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
And did you know that in the trailer for Shaq Fu, the new one, they said that the old one sucked?
There's a new one?
They made one in 1994, and it was like the worst game ever.
It's
and
on those lists.
in the trailer, it says that game sucked. But so then we made Shaq Fu: A Legend Reborn, the new one. Do you know that Obama is DLC in Shaq Fu?
You know I have this game?
Yeah,
Yes, I know.
Brock
I know
has
you
this.
have this game. I didn't know this much about it, though.
Yeah.
So that's my karate. Kung Fu, karate, you know, we're all in the same Shaq Fu universe.
It's pretty good. I like it.
That's what I got.
We need to play Shaq Fu.
We do. I've never played it. I know you've had it this whole time, but I've never played it.
Where are we at? 3v3 basketball, not that one. Shooting. Shooting is hopefully...
Shooting? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you know, taking a gun and going...
Okay.
just like you do in quotes, Toad's Quick Draw
Ooh.
in Mario Party 4.
Nice.
This is one of the best mini games in Mario Party 4 because all of them are great. Where Toad holds up a colored flag and everybody has their gun and they have to shoot the balloon with the correct color.
Yep.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory that if you're good at this game, you're basically an Olympian when it comes to shooting.
For sure.
So, Quick Draw.
Second one.
Quick Draw. My second one is the best named sports category here, athletics.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, what?
What does that mean?
Athletics.
Who watches this?
Athletics.
You know what that means? I said this in the chat.
Athletics is apparently just everything that happens on the track.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Track and field is athletics. What is that? Why?
because they are the only real athletes. And this one was my most difficult one. I mean, WWF came easy to me earlier for rhythmic gymnastics, but I couldn't think of something for track and field besides the track and field arcade game, which was not going to cut it.
Ooh.
So my final choice was Sonic Adventure Battle 2,
Oh, yeah.
the action race battles.
Oh, yeah.
So, in these, you go fast.
Gotta go fast.
You're racing, which is
Mhm.
very important.
Mhm.
But you're not just running. You grind and you do flips and you do all sorts of things
Sure.
as you're racing.
Yeah.
It's very athletic.
Yeah.
But most of all, you go fast. So
That-
Gotta go fast.
That's very important to athletics.
because you're rolling around at the speed of sound, I chose that for track and field.
That's true.
Oh, you know what I could have done for karate? Chow karate.
It's on the book now.
It's in the universe. Put it out there.
Okay, I present to you my most creative suggestion. Table tennis. Zelda Twilight Princess.
Ooh. Okay.
Because you helped me come up with this.
I did.
So, in the fight against Ganondorf, well, technically Zelda, actually.
Possess Zelda.
Possess Zelda. She fires a ball of light at you, and you have to hit it back with your sword, and then she hits it back at you, and then you hit it back at her, and it goes on until
Dead Man's Volley. Is
one
what it's
of
called.
you gets hit.
It's true.
The traditional Zelda battle.
Yes.
Which they need more of. Yeah.
So, and I will go with my next one, which is in the very same vein as that. Badminton. I chose A Link to the Past.
Yeah.
You fight the wizard, that I don't really even know how to say his name, Aghanim, and you do the Dead Man's Volley fight. But I put a little twist on this one. This is the only game where you can do it with the bug net instead of your sword.
Oh.
So
there
I
you
thought
go.
badminton, in a bug net, you got kind of like a racket-shaped thing. The badminton little string is kind of like a net.
If you squint, it's the same thing. I
Yeah.
mean,
So you're playing badminton. That's a battle. It's a boss fight. Canon.
I can't keep up with all these picks I wasn't expecting. Okay. Rhythmic gymnastics was my next pick. Actually, this is my worst pick.
Wait, I thought you already had this one.
He had artistic gymnastics.
Oh, I see.
I might have described that earlier. So artistic is doing something on a floor, I think, but rhythmic is the one where there's
With the ribbon?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Do you have to have the ribbon?
I don't know.
I
I never did that.
The important part of this sport is rhythmic.
Mm.
So I chose the classic Mario Party 2 minigame Look Away, which you might not know by name, but that's the one where a little tune plays and then player one up here looks a certain way,
Mm.
and then all the other players have to look the same way
Yeah.
when it plays again.
Yeah.
It's rhythmic because there's music playing. It's gymnastics because who can turn their head 90 degrees on a dime? Like, no one.
Gymnast.
Gymnast, obviously.
Gymnast. Easy.
So, yeah. It's
Trick
the-
question.
The only natural pick is that.
Excellent. Alright, I'm gonna save my next one for last because it's the only other good one I have.
Okay.
So I'll just get mountain biking out of the way. Pokemon Gen 3, because with the acro bike...
Hey!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, get
yay.
with the acro bike, you can jump across things. With the mock bike, you can race up mudslides.
We be mountaineering.
And then you probably come across Hiker Anthony or something.
Definitely
fight
we'll do that.
all 6 of his Geodudes.
Definitely we'll do that.
So that's my pick for mountain biking.
My next one is very on the nose. Sailing. I picked Wind Waker.
Really?
Because you do a lot of sailing in that game.
That's the only pick.
That's it. That's it. You want me to do another one while I'm here?
Yeah, sure.
Modern Pentathlon. Modern Pentathlon I had to do some research into, because I know that means 5 events, but I didn't know really what 5 events that was.
Shooting?
And they were weird.
Horse racing, maybe?
Yes. Let's see if you can guess the next 3.
Is swimming one?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I got.
Okay, now I'm forgetting.
Maybe running.
Running is okay. Running is. I'll say what I know. So, it's swimming. Just want to look this up.
Oh, jeez.
It's horseback riding. I know for a fact. Cross country running, but in between the running, you shoot a laser pistol.
A laser.
A laser pistol.
Okay.
They call it the shooting section.
Wait,
but it's
I'm
a
getting
laser.
something very different.
Modern pentathlon.
Okay.
Horseback riding, running, shooting lasers in the running.
Yes.
But that's a third.
Fencing.
Fencing.
Ooh, they stop and fence.
Fencing, and then
Who does all of this? Okay, fencing,
Swimming.
freestyle swimming, equestrian show jumping, and a final combined event of pistol shooting and cross-country running.
the
Why
laser
would-
pistol.
Why would you combine
A
running
laser-
and shooting?
Yeah, just running with a gun in your hand. Like, where do they put the gun? Like, is it like at a
have a
set
holster.
location, or is like they're just carrying it the whole time? I was
These
like,
men are superheroes.
I was like, I need to watch this event actually.
This sounds like the best
Okay,
event.
so
Why is
what's-
this not?
What's the game I can play?
Okay,
with
so this adventure of a lifetime that you're going on has got to be Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Because you fence all game long with a sword. Easy.
it? Yeah.
You ride a freaking horse. Epona. Easy.
You jump over things with that horse.
Exactly. You jump it. You run.
You swim.
Really,
You stop and shoot some keys, some bats that are coming at you with a bow and arrow, laser pistol. Come on. And you swim. It's literally, this event is just RPG in real life.
You're not wrong.
I'm kind of hoping some of the contestants of this event do put on fancy clothes for it.
Next Olympics, like someone's dressed as Link.
Yeah. My only gripe with that pick is that if you're actually just running an Ocarina of Time, you're playing the game wrong because you're supposed to mash A and roll the entire
That's
time.
true.
That
Well,
is
they could
true.
do that in the event, but they're not. They haven't learned yet
Oh,
that
right.
it's faster.
It's true.
So yeah, those are my 2. How many do we have left? I have.
That evened us out.
I have 2
1,
left.
2.
Yeah. My second to last pick was for beach volleyball, which is volleyball on a beach.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the only game where you play volleyball on a beach is in Mario Party 4.
I knew I was gonna go with this if I had volleyball. I know
Yeah.
exactly where you're going with this.
The game's actually called Beach Volley Folly, which is a great name. And yeah, there's not much to say besides this is one of those mini games that's actually way better than just a mini game,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can play this as like a bonus game just fine.
Well, it's so weird because it's like you unlock it and it's like in the back room and it's like its own dedicated thing. Like, why is this a thing?
That's exactly why I remember it too. I didn't actually know it was a mini game.
Yeah.
Like separate from that.
Yeah,
So yeah, Beach Volley Volley is the best Mario volleyball game ever made.
definitely.
Next up is wrestling, and I picked Pokken
Ooh,
That's a good one.
All right.
because they fight each other.
They fight each other.
And in the original Tekken, which I don't know if that's on a Nintendo device. They do some grappling, and I don't know. I've never played Pokken either, so I don't know.
Where did
It's
Tekken
just-
come into this? That's my
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, because Pokken is Tekken.
yeah.
Is that where they got
Pokemon
it?
Tekken.
I was wondering.
Oh yeah, that's why they call it Pokken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I tell Brock what my suggestion to you on this one was?
Oh yeah, Twilight Princess. When you
The Goron?
The Goron wrestling. I was
Yeah.
like, that's perfect for
That was a terrible minigame.
It was literally awful.
yeah, I didn't want to do a repeat of anything.
Yeah,
So
You already did Twilight Princess earlier.
yeah.
All right, my next one was artistic swimming. I had swimming and then I had artistic swimming. So
Very different.
swimming, I did Mario Medley. You know, it's more traditional. Artistic swimming, I had to get creative. I said, okay, what is a game that you're swimming but there's some artistic element to the swimming? So I said, okay, let me think of games where I like the swimming animation of the character or something. Couldn't think of one.
Swimming.
So I chose Electroplankton, which is a
Excuse me?
game from
Good
the
choice.
Nintendo DS where you place little plankton, which are swimming in the water, and you can draw little lines in little artistic fashion, and they make music, and then you can drop them on. There's like a Smash Brothers stage that has like the tree in it, and it has like the little branches. You can drop little guys on there and make little music with the stage.
They bounce around, and
Yeah.
every time I hit something, there's
Yeah.
a note.
So that's my artistic swimming. They're swimming around. You can make music. It's very artistic game.
It's very trippy, too.
Very.
And that Smash Brothers stage is probably why 90% of people know it.
Yep.
Because it's the worst stage.
It's terrible. But yeah, Electroplankton.
very artistic.
Artistic swimming.
I guess that means I'm finishing off
Ooh.
my sports.
All right.
And drum roll, my last sport was volleyball. Because volleyball is different from beach volleyball. apparently.
Okay. Did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somehow. And I cheated for this and
Oh.
chose Super Mario Spikers.
That's a game?
No.
Okay.
It was a canceled game
Oh.
from Next Level.
Okay.
The ones who do all the good Mario
Strikers.
sports games.
Spikers.
Spikers.
Sure.
Yep, they worked on it in 2007 and 2008, and then it got canceled.
That's a shame.
Unfortunately, the design docs were leaked in 2014, so now we know about what never
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, wow.
But yes, Super Mario Spikers.
Spikers.
Is just such a great name,
It
and
is
such
good.
a fun fact that had to be my choice.
I've never heard of that.
Okay. This is one of my only other good ones that I had, and it was surfing.
Surfing.
And I chose Pokemon Yellow specifically because, as we all know and love, Surfing Pikachu in the anime.
Surfing Pikachu.
They make a reference to it in Pokemon Yellow because the Pikachu that you get at the start of the game can learn surf.
Nice.
That's true. In the starting little thing, the little intro that plays before you press start, it has a
Yes.
surfing Pikachu.
It does.
That I remember.
And flying Pikachu.
Yes.
Solid. Alright, my last one is handball. And again, thought I knew what this was. I was completely wrong. I was thinking of Gaelic handball. Gaelic handball is you literally hit with your hand a ball. You go into like some gyms, there's like a glass room
Right,
with
yeah.
like a
Yeah.
line on the wall. You gotta hit it above the line and you just like switch back and forth.
Oh, that's not that. Yeah, you're right.
That's Gaelic handball. Handball is something completely different that I didn't even know existed until today. Handball is a mixture of basketball, soccer, and hockey. So you basically, have a ball, and you have to pass it after 3 seconds or 3 steps to your teammate.
Yeah.
You have to be making forward progress at all times, or the other team gets the ball. Each team does not have a hoop. They have like a, it looks like a lacrosse goal, like a, not like a soccer goal, but like a tiny version,
Yeah.
like a hockey goal, basically. And you basically just throw the ball into the goal, and there's a goalie. It's very much like I said. It's like a mixture of like soccer and basketball and hockey. So I had no idea what to do for this. And this is when I found out that there's actually Handball 2021. There's a whole, like, it's like FIFA.
It's
like,
a
every
line?
year it's a line. But, like, you can buy Handball 2021. That's not my game, though. It's not my game.
Okay.
Because I could not find that it was on the Switch or anything.
Man.
I think it's on PlayStation or Xbox. So this is what I was saying earlier. Like, you should look into this game because it, like, I watched gameplay and it looks exactly like the actual sport.
Nice.
But my actual game that I picked was a game on the N64 called Glover. So
How are you hitting me in all the right places?
So in Glover, you're a wizard's glove that literally just controls a ball the entire time. So you are playing as a literal hand, and you have a ball the entire time. Handball. The end.
Glover's pretty adorable. He deserves
Glover.
more love.
I saw that because I had that game for the N64, and I was like, I never beat that game, but I was like, this is telling me to beat this game right now. So that was my pick, Glover, for the N64. Handball.
Wow. You couldn't get more handballish if you tried.
So that's the Olympics.
Woo!
I can't remember what we called it. The
Nintendolympics.
Nintendolympics.
And we covered way more than I expected to.
Same.
That was wonderful.
I love it.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here at the
Are we doing
Rumble.
sharing time?
Are we doing sharing time? Is that...
I have sharing time.
I have sharing time.
What?
We can...
Okay, do your sharing time. You used
Okay.
to not ever have sharing time, so...
Brock, you can do yours first. I'll do mine.
No, you talked about yours.
Okay, so mine is a Twitter account. I posted it in... I don't have it in front of me. It's in the notes. But it's a Twitter account. We'll find it in a minute. But basically what it is it is a account that's called like Faceless Pokemon or Featureless Pokemon.
Oh no.
And it's literally just like the main shape of what a Pokemon would be, but they take every feature away from it. So it's just kind of like this anamorphic blob.
Who's that Pokemon?
Kind of. But they just tweet like a picture every week or day, and it's just like you're trying to figure out who the Pokemon is.
Mm.
If you go through the notes real quick, go to like our last episode. I didn't put it in the notes for this week,
Oh,
but
I actually do have sharing time.
it's our past notes. You can find it if you scroll down. I want to actually give out the handle so people can look at it if they find it.
That sounds like nightmare fuel and nothing more.
I'll find it. You can do yours and I'll find it while we're looking.
Okay. Well, I have purchased my sharing time in the form of Pokemon the cereal.
Just opened
Just opened, yes.
moments ago.
This is a wonderful box. It's even got the trademark games on the back with all sorts of Pokemon. Yeah, it's adorable. And I don't even know what type of cereal this is. It looks like it is Captain Crunch Berries with some Pikachu tail marshmallows.
Yes, very much Crunchberry looking.
This is available basically everywhere, somehow. I don't know why
Wow.
it's a thing right now, other than to get me to buy it. So yeah, sharing time. Dig in.
Thanks.
Ooh, you need milk with this.
Mm-hmm.
Very dry, I'm guessing. Okay, it's called Peeled Pokemon. That's what the Twitter account's called. Peeled Pokemon.
Yeah, I hate that. I also hate this.
Great.
My cheering time is a TikTok. And
Oh, God.
And it's Golbat drawn with long lady legs with fishnets and high heels on. And at Staples and Glue turns it into a cosplay and becomes this character. And that's it.
Awesome.
So, are you saying you're going to try and replicate this next time?
Yeah, this is like the newest look. This is the next Halloween look.
I don't know.
Okay. Is it
That
good?
is something.
Seems like you like it.
I like cereal.
Okay, we've got one good cereal, one bad. So, Blake, is Pokemon cereal of your dreams?
It's like Fruit Loops, basically.
Exactly.
Or like Tricks, because that's
Tricks.
what it's
Tricks.
based off
That's
of.
what I meant. Tricks. It's like
Oh, it's-
Tricks. Like very.
Right.
It's like exactly Tricks. Like I could have a marshmallow though.
Yeah, there aren't enough marshmallows. I don't know where they all went. There's one.
What's the thing? It's like the Tricks fruitiness. I feel like doesn't go with the marshmallow because
Right.
it's like when I get like the marshmallow, my immediately go to Lucky Charms, but like Lucky Charms, the base cereal is just like that, just
It's just corn
Bland.
cereal.
Yeah, it's
The
bland,
marshmallow
like-
is the sugar.
yeah, it's like has no, it's just like the wheat, the Cheerio flavor.
The marshmallows do have a good berry flavor, though.
Yeah, they're different.
Okay, I changed my mind. Pokemon cereal was
It was a good buy. I think it would be better with milk, for sure.
Definitely. We were doing this wrong.
All cereal's better. With milk.
Oh, imagine the fruity milk, the fruity marshmallow
Ooh.
milk at the end.
And then
We'll
you turn
have
it
that
into
off camera.
you turn it into
Camera.
ice cream later.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for us here at the Rumble Pak Podcast.
It is gonna do it for us. The Nintendolympics 2020.
Sponsored by Pokemon cereal.
You can find our podcast on YouTube and for the video version, and you can find the audio version everywhere you can find podcasts. This has been episode 53 of the Rumble Pak Podcast.
Woo!
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.